Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 Road to Glory series for 2019, Season 2, Episode number 3 today for the Chinese Grand Prix. Last time out of Bahrain, we had a bit of a bloodbath, and it was all really for not much in the end, was it? A little bit of jostling, and oh my god, we literally catapult Hulkenberg nearly sideways. There's a T-bone collision. We fought so hard for one championship point. But I have high hopes here at Shanghai because we come into this episode with the ultimate engine upgrade. The team had failed over the winter, and also a minor upgrade on the chassis weight reduction. So the car should be even lighter out of the corners and then have a boost of power. We're actually the #1 car on the grid for the engine. Pretty much, I think what we should do is, as a team, just pause it here, zoom in, crop that, and use this photo right now as the main party front coming into China. When the press ask us about race pace or tyre wear and whatnot, we just say, no, we're the best engine on the grid. That's our party line. That's the only thing we'll be saying for this matter. That is the end of it. That's all we're going to say. Because let's be honest, the car has nothing else to go for it. It's still an absolute donkey in the corners, and I'm not looking forward to it in Sector 1 and Sector 2. And really, actually, Sector 3, you know, because the hairpin's going to be tricky as well. I mean, just every sector. But nevertheless, let's get into this then and go for our qualifying lap and see how bad this is going to be. Into turn 1, P7 at the moment, P2 briefly there, but then we lose 14 positions in the span of 3 seconds there, going through the apex, or the lack of apex, really, with this car. And we're down to P14 now as we go through the exit. This long left hand, you can see Hamilton's AI Ghost now getting away from us there. So the difference from us to pole position growing ever more so through that left hand next as we go and exit Sector 2 into Sector 3, then down to P17 now. Hopefully can gain at least one position down the main straight using the engine power overtake mode going. We gain one whopping position in a straight line there, and we end up in P16. So, yep, lads, that ultimate engine upgrades really worked an absolute treat. Great stuff there, lads. Great stuff. Pat on the back. Yep. Bonuses for you in the back. Cool. This is actually shocking and quite embarrassing. We somehow have made one minor upgrade on the chassis, one ultimate upgrade on the engine side of things, and we've lost time to pole position. Kubica's still slow as ever, 2.2, nearly 2.3 off the pace. I'm now 1.8 off the pace. So nothing's really happened from Bahrain to China, apart from I've gotten slower, apparently, with an ultimate engine upgrade. So that's great. Obviously, it is a bit of a compromise, because if I run too much downforce for Sector 1 and 2, then the engine power that we just got from that upgrade's not going to mean as much, but it just felt like, you know, an ultimate upgrade. You know, for the first time now, we're not the worst team on the grid. We're just ahead of Alfa Romeo on paper. I would have loved to have seen it some actual big development to, you know, close the gap up and get up to, you know, P13, P14 at least, but P16, 1.8 off the pace just sounds rather depressing, really. So I don't really know how anything could get much worse this weekend. Oh, you've absolutely got to be kidding me! Yep, it's raining. Yep, it's raining at the start of this Grand Prix. Cool. So time to get the oars out, because this car is going to become a kayak once again. You guys knew it from last season. It was not a sight in the wet, and not at all.
You qualified higher than we were expecting, so see if you can keep this position in the race.
And that speaks volumes, you know. That really does. Our engineer very happy, and things we've overachieved in P16, 1.8 seconds off the pace. Says a lot there, doesn't it? Yeah. Strategy-wise then, it's Inters at the start, of course, but like I said, I had a bit of hope, and there is some hope here. It says apparently a dry period in this race, and then we go to full wet throughout the end. So it's only a 14-lap race, so that's quite a lot of weather system to go through in 14 laps here. So this might be kind of a whirlwind one. So actually, there might be half a chance, we could bag some decent points here, perhaps. So we'll keep our eyes on it. I'm not expecting much at the very start of the Grand Prix, but maybe when the dry weather comes in, potentially we take a gamble of when we pit onto those dry tyres or not onto the full wet to the end of the Grand Prix, and you know, we could try and cobble something together. Here's hoping, because from P16, if we're just going to stay here, it's going to be a rather boring one for us then. And so here we go then to 5 red lights at a rather soaking Shanghai circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. The third round of this season of F1 Road to Glory is underway, and it's a very gingerly start there, trying to get the traction down as best we can, but Grosjean is going to out-traction us a little bit. He looks on the left-hand side with the red proximity arrow into turn 1, though. Going to swoop through, and really, this is more so the natural understeer of the car pulling me left than really myself doing that, as you can see there, nearly understeer completely off-circuit onto the grass, but that actually helps us pull alongside Valtteri Bottas then in the Toro Rosso. His teammate Gasly up ahead of us, or Kvyat that was, I can't even tell. 3 Red Bull cars, one of them is Bottas, one of them is Kvyat. I can't really tell the difference between the two at the moment, but we now try and send it down the inside of 2 cars there, Gasly and also Ricciardo. I think that is on the left-hand side. He's gone a long way around. Gasly gets it back around the outside as we make some contact there. Lance Stroll's out of this session, and we get a massive tank slapper and have to hold the car through and just about survive for P12 there. So that was all a bit of a hustle and harry. I'm not too sure how that ended up, but we ended up in P12 somehow. I think Ricciardo got massively lost out there on the exit. But now we're on the back of Gasly, still fighting. You can see 2 by 2 it is, with Sergio Perez and Raikkonen going side by side and 2 others going side by side. We have a little look, and I thought about maybe setting down the inside of Gasly, but thought better of it because I thought there was going to be probably some sort of collision there. So have to live for the fight for another day as we move on to lap number 2 then. But you can see the straight line speed already, I'm noticing it is pretty decent actually here. Maybe it didn't work out too much for us in qualifying, but right now I could see on that exit we were catching Gasly a decent amount, but then in every corner we're losing too much time basically. I have a look on the outside, doesn't work out. I'm going to go back to the other outside there basically, so I'm going left and right, trying to hustle and harry Gasly, trying to spot where we can make an overtake. And as we go on the exit here, maybe finally we have a good run, the engine power kicking in, overtake mode, hot lap mode engaged, Ritz mix also, and now we're down the inside of Gasly. We have to graze the back end of Raikkonen, but we get the job done up into P11. So for a brief moment there, the car looking pretty okay actually compared to the Toro Rosso. I say briefly though, it's a long way to go in the Grand Prix. But as we move now on to lap number 3, yellow flags up ahead. I can see in the mini up there, I think that's a red dot going slowly. I think one of the Ferraris has an issue here, so our prayers have been answered here at Williams. Going to get 1 free position, and once again we're back to getting some charity in, and that screenshot right there again, we can put that alongside the engine power one we got earlier, and that can be the lead PR from this race. Williams ahead of a Ferrari. Look how slow he's going there on the left hand side. No match for the power and finesse of this car, and our sponsors obviously as well in the, lovely placement there on the rear wing. It's all beautiful. This is all just choreographed so well to get us some extra money and some good publicity. So we're up into P10 then in the points, so we're already matching the Bahrain Grand Prix, so that's some kind of success I guess, but we're a long way off where we were at the Australian Grand Prix, but we've still got plenty to go. Only 3 laps gone, and there's plenty more that could happen in this Grand Prix. You never know, maybe another crash. I don't know if the guys back in the factory are praying enough. I hope they are, getting the holy water out, getting the Bible out basically to hopefully have our answers prayed by the F1 gods. But at the moment, just having to look at the back of Kimi Raikkonen here, who's being held up massively by Norris and Perez fighting. And on the exit of this corner, look at this car go as we shoot up down the inside of Raikkonen, and we make an absolutely ballsy overtake down the inside of the left-hander, squeeze Raikkonen out, and we got the job done for a brief second there. That car looked absolutely electric, so we're having little glimpses of maybe this engine power finally coming through for us there, the traction coming through as the track maybe dries out a little bit, as it definitely looks dry now on lap number 5 onto lap number 6, so much so that Lando Norris continues on, but Sergio Perez comes in for a early pit stop there, but we're going to continue on because look at this car goes. We go down the inside of Lando Norris now to make the overtake, but the understeer kicks in. Norris gets back down the inside of us there, so it's a ding-dong battle between us two Brits. We're the long way around. We'll have the inside line though for the next corner. Have to get the elbows out. Going to make a bit of contact there on the right front tyre, but squeeze them well out and maintain that P7 position. I'll tell you what, this car slowly but surely, that power is coming through, and I can actually see the differences in upgrades. Where was this in qualifying? Like, did we get the wrong engine mode? Actually, to be fair, that's not actually that surprising. I would imagine Jeff is the kind of engineer that would stick our car into like lower power mode by mistake, to be honest. And that statement about Jeff, I'm not being harsh, guys. I'm really not, because he backs that statement up himself, because he says stupid things like what you're about to hear right now later on that same lap.
Pit now.
Yeah, let's pit now. Yeah, this corner definitely looks like we're anywhere near the pit. Actually, you know what? The pit entries. I was wrong. It's right there. How could I have? I need to go back to Specsavers. I need to get my glasses checked again because apparently I've just missed that pit entry. Where on earth Are you looking, Jeff? Once again, is he just at the pit wall, just literally with blacked out glasses, or just closing his eyes, just tapping the keyboard around, just willy-nilly, just thinking, okay, it's time to pit now. We're nowhere near it, but pit. Eventually, obviously, at the end of the lap, we do eventually get to the actual pit lane entry, so we can actually finally pit, as Jeff wanted us to a little bit earlier ago, and we're going to come in now for a set of soft tyres here. The engineer, Jeff, suggested medium tyres. I've ignored him, because we've established he's an idiot, and we're going to go on to soft tyres, because if there's going to be rain at the end of this race, then we might have a chance of having to pit again, so why not go in the fastest compound available? So it's a good pit stop from our team, and oh my lord, thank God for ghosting on this game. Otherwise, that would have been the biggest unsafe release you've ever seen there. Literally, I ghosted through Hulkenberg. If there was no ghosting system, that would have been an almighty collision there. So, for once, the Williams team were actually too quick on something in F1. They were too quick at the pit stop and the release there. But now we move on, and we're on the back of Sergio Perez. He's come out ahead of us there, as he was before the pit stop phase. But now we're a lot closer to him, and our tyres are already kicking in terms of the grip levels, as we kind of skate through a little bit there. It's still a little bit damp on track, but we get up into P8 there. So the soft tyre already, I can tell, are the clutch decision, I think, for us compared to everyone else on mediums. And look at this. Alexander Albon, the works Mercedes car up ahead, and you're about to witness something very, very special, ladies and gents. Watch this. DRS open, overtake mode going. Rich Schmicks, look at the rocket ship of this Williams car as we buffet the steering wheel a little bit and try and cope with the straight line speed, just praying to God the wheels don't fall off like they did for Buemi all those years ago at China. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because this car is made out of blue tack here on the suspension arms, but we get it done. The Williams car has just overtaken a works Mercedes car. Just stop the season here, to be honest. It can't get much better than that. But we're not done yet then. We're chasing after Carlos Sainz. Look how far he is away from us. We're going to gain on him so much here. I don't think we'll have enough speed on this straight this time to get the move done into the hairpin, but look how much we're going to close up on Sainz here. So finally now, the upgrades are showing a little bit here at Shanghai. He goes defensive. We have a little look on the outside there. He's slow on the apex. We have a little bit of room to work with. Then Sainz squeezes out onto nearly the grass there. So Sainz getting elbows. And once again, I don't know what it is with Carlos Sainz and McLaren this season. Obviously, we battled McLaren quite hard last season, but this season, all three races, I've been near Carlos Sainz. I've had some decent battles. I've had to defend or attack him, and this time we're attacking, thankfully, and we're up into P4 now of the Grand Prix. That's, can we just note that as well? Somehow we've gone to P4. I don't know quite how. I think some people must have really messed up on the pit stop window. So like I said, with the transition from the wet to the dry, we've come out massive winners here, along with Sainz, to be fair, as well, who's up in a very lofty P5 in a McLaren, remember. So this is all looking rather swimmingly good, to be honest. I mean, Sainz does attack us a little bit, so we've got work to do. We've got 5 long laps left of this Grand Prix, potentially rain to come later, but right now we're on cloud 9 here. P4, this would, I think, nearly be one of our best positions of the entire series, Season 1 and Season 2. I can't quite remember. Look at this now. Verstappen's just pit from the soft tyres. Red Bull don't think the soft tyres can go through. We're up into P3 of the Grand Prix now. We're in a podium position. Stop the race now. Red flag it. Get the FIA on this. Red flag the race. I saw a wild pigeon on the apex of the hairpin. That's dangerous stuff. We need to red flag this immediately and confirm this P3. And that's not related information to the red flag, I swear to God. We're now lap 11. We're 4 laps away from securing a podium position in the Williams car in the 3rd race of this season. This would be quite something. And right now we're moving very aggressively left and right, swerving our way down the main straight, trying to break the toe for Carlos Sainz, not giving him any little bit of helping hand to try and overtake me here. And at the moment it's working out just about, but we've got so many corners to go, and corners are the worst enemy of Williams, believe you me. But as we move on to lap number 12, the rain now is also coming down, so this is double trouble here, and we're forming a massive train of Sainz, Albon. I think Verstappen's in there as well, who's coming back through this pack here after making that extra pit stop. We're on lap 13, and the rain is fully coming down now. I can already feel the car losing some grip there as we go off circuit, and the understeer is just unreal now, and Sainz is right up a chop as well. As look at that in the mirrors there as Verstappen goes for a move on Albon and Sainz and myself. Look at him go. He sends it down the inside. Verstappen nearly went for a 3-man overtake there. Is the confidence of the Dutchman in these conditions with his new brand spanking new tyres there. Fast up the Grand Prix for him. Not surprised, but we live till the last lap of the Grand Prix now. Verstappen, though, it's just me and him now. There's no more hurdles in between us, and so he's going to have a very good run on this back straight. I gotta hope. This is where I need this engine to come in. I need this upgrade to play out, but but I just don't think it's going to work out because we go through this slingshot corner of the long right-hander. Verstappen practically pushing us through that corner. We get the power down eventually up into overtake mode. Rich Mix, but he's going to have some slipstream. I'm trying to break the toe, but he's just sticking with me there. As we can see, Lewis Hamilton has won the Chinese Grand Prix, but we don't care about that. We don't care about the Ferrari in second place. We care about this third place, and could we keep the podium as Verstappen sends it down the inside? We lock up there. We're a little bit off circuit. Verstappen's got it there. We try and get the power down desperately. We've lost the back end though, and no! Verstappen's got it. Verstappen's absolutely ruined our hopes and dreams as we come through the final corner. It's not going to be the podium. It's going to be P4, which is still pretty damn awesome, to be fair, in the Williams car. But
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
and yep, once again, Jeff is just not interested. He was probably more excited about the P10 we got last race, to be honest, in terms of the tone of his voice there. So that's great. I mean, if we get a win ever, he's literally just going to say, "Oh, good job, lad. Good stuff. Pick up rubber. See you at the debrief." Yeah, cool.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
For once, Claire, I agree with your answer. We did actually cut our way through the field quite nicely, and that was due to the power unit. It finally actually showed its actual upgrades, I will admit, in that race. So fair play there.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Indeed they are, Claire, they are. I mean, it's not difficult. The expectations are very low. I mean, as long as I turn up and I'm willing to drive the car on a Friday morning FP1, they're pretty happy with that because they understand how bad of a car it is. So, yeah, we are smashing expectations there.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
It's never a clean race for us, Claire. We're in a Williams car. There's bound to be drifting and whatnot. But today, particularly, I think I was a bit of an idiot magnet. That's a new feature in the car, potentially, that the team have just wasted time on instead of actual downforce or grip or anything like that.
It's the start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you?
Look at one of the answer options. I'm already in the best team. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright, so at the end of that then, P4, 12 points in the bag. You know what, it may be gutting that's not the podium, but that's still a mega amount of points there. We're still in a decent position in Drivers' Championship. We remain in P6 in the Constructors, ahead of Racing Point, Renault, Taurus, and Alfa Romeo. That's very, very decent there, and we're not too far off McLaren and Haas. So at this stage of the season, Season 2, coming off the back of what we did in Season 1, it's not going too badly. It's just a bit concerning. We had a bit of a big yo-yo there from Australia to Bahrain to China. If the pattern's there, we're going to have a horrendous race next time, but I'm hoping not, because it's Baku and Azerbaijan with that long back straight. Hopefully, the engine's going to come in clutch once again, but thankfully, we do actually earn a decent amount of R&D points here. I'm very surprised, actually, and so we're going to go ahead and make some more upgrades. We're going to go for 2 minor downforce upgrades on the front and the rear, try and balance it out, because I feel like with this car, if you try and go for just the front without the rear, the car's just going to start spinning around corners and just doing the gymkhana, and we don't really want that, so going to go for the balancing act of 2 downforce upgrades on either end of the car for Baku. Hopefully that will allow us to run even lower wings maybe at Azerbaijan to get even more straight line speed down that motorway of a straight there at Baku. But yeah, that's been a pretty decent episode. I mean, a little bit upset, I can't lie, for that podium because we're so close, literally 2 corners away, but the wait will make an actual podium later on this season, hopefully, knock on wood, feel even sweeter. But guys, if you did enjoy that episode, be sure to smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here to subscribe for weekly full-on content, I've been aarava. I'm just today. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.